If you are one of the roughly 500,000 people who have bought the iPhone in the last week or so, you'll probably be soon looking for the hardware and software add-ons, the accessories that are out there for the iPhone right now. Joining us with his review of some of those that he's been testing out recently, he wrote about them in the personal technology column of the Wall Street Journal this morning, of course, Walter Mossberg, who joins us live from Washington. And I have to say, you sold me now. I was on the fence on the iPhone, but
Really?
now that I know I can get that cool Sudoku package, I want to get the iPhone for that, exactly.
I asked you whether you were going to buy one. You said, nah, I'm not going to buy one.
I'm kidding.
You're so fickle.
I know I am. So what'd you think of some of the add-ons you saw there, Walt?
Well, I mean, it's very early days, and there's going to be a flood of these, both hardware and software coming. But I just took a look at some of the first ones. And some of the big makers, for instance, of headsets, who make the really high-quality ones for the iPod and other music players, are now building in what's necessary to use it as a phone. And this gives you an idea. This is the one that comes with the iPhone. But you see this little thing here on the cord.
Yep.
This is both a microphone and a control button. And if you press it, it answers a call or it ends a call. Or if you're listening to music, it pauses a song, double-click it, and it moves to the next song. And
but I need an adapter for my iPod to use that.
Well, that's right. The headset jack in here is a full-blown stereo headset, which, by the way, most cell phones don't have, but it's deeply recessed. It was something about the way they designed it. So there's an $11 adapter that Belkin has that will let you use your current headphones, but those won't answer the phone or pause a song. They just let you listen to music. And so Altec Lansing, and I imagine some of the others down the road, are making entirely new high-end headsets that both do music and do the control. And
probably as quickly as they can to get in on the iPhone mania.
I'm sure. And, and the company Shure, S-H-U-R-E, which, as you know, is a high-end headphone maker, has come up with a $40 adapter that has that control button and that then allows you to plug your current headphones in. If you've spent $200 or $300 on really expensive headphones, you buy this $40 adapter, and then you can answer the phone and do all that stuff.
Plantronics is also in on the game with the Bluetooth headset.
They have a Bluetooth. That's right. We should talk about that. The iPhone, of course, like most phones, has Bluetooth. It works in a car, but it also works with Bluetooth headsets. Now, your current Bluetooth headset will almost certainly work with it, but again, given the buzz around the iPhone, there are people bringing out new ones. Plantronics is one of those. I tested that one. You can get it in an Apple store, or I'm sure other stores, and it worked fine in my test.
How about some of the software programs?
Well, the software is a trickier proposition, Bill and Sue. Apple, for the moment at least, I don't know if this will ever change, has decided not to allow people to write programs that you can download on there, but they've taken an alternate course. You know, in the new web world, even on computers, there are websites that behave like actual programs, and that's the path they've taken here. And there already are scores of these that have been written so that when you go to a website, up pops a program that looks like an iPhone app, fits the iPhone screen. Most of the first ones I tested I wasn't very impressed with. They didn't work right, or they didn't look right on the phone. I mentioned a couple of them. One is that Sudoku game that you referred to.
I must have that.
You must have that. And actually, it looks exactly as if Apple had put it on there and it was an iPhone app. And another one I mentioned was, you put in a zip code, it shows you all the movies that are playing. You can tap on the movie, and it will take you to Fandango so that you can buy the tickets. Tap on the name of the theater, takes you to the Google mapping program, which is built into the iPhone, so you can locate the theater. And there's actually a developers conference, not sponsored by Apple, coming up very soon, I think, in San Francisco, where people are going to be working on just how to develop these web apps that work great on the iPhone.
So are you one who thinks that indeed this will engender entire new industries, entire new companies just designed to capitalize on the popularity of the iPhone?
I don't know about new companies or industries, Sue. That's a little large scale. But I think there are going to be let me put it this way. Last time I checked, there were 3,000 hardware accessories for the iPod. Many of those will be revamped to work properly on the iPhone. Some of them work without revamping. And so I think you're going to see a big accessory industry around this phone. And then software, lots of people are going to make these programs. I wish they were downloadable directly to the phone so you didn't have to take the extra step of going through the web browser. but it is possible to do good-looking programs in that way, and I think you're going to see, I don't know, hundreds of companies doing that. So
we're 1 week into the process now, Walter, and of course you, among others, you gave it a rave review, and I wonder, after all the hype, after all the hand-wringing about how expensive it is, and whether or not AT&T was a worthy partner in all this, when all is said and done, has this met the hype that was out there?
Well, first of all...
And did you buy one?
As far as I know, some of the AT&T stores apparently sold out very quickly. Some of the Apple stores are sold out, but I believe Apple is shipping more. You could go to your local Apple store, I think, even right now and still buy one. You guys know me, I'm kind of the anti-hype guy. I wrote 4 paragraphs about this when it was announced in January, and that's all. And then, of course, I did my big review last week. And I don't think anything can meet all the hype, which, to be fair, was mostly not generated by Apple directly, as great at marketing as they are. It was the blogosphere and Wall Street analysts. But this is a breakthrough, revolutionary device, as I said, that really makes a lot of the other phones look primitive. It is missing some features, but this is the start of a family, and I imagine that either Apple itself or these third-party guys are going to fill in a lot of those gaps as time goes on. So right now, I don't know anything about the numbers that were sold. You guys have been reporting that. Analysts guesses at least at that. But I wouldn't be surprised to see that this, in fact, I said in my column that this sets a new bar for these kinds of smartphones, and it does. It's going to set off another whole wave of development of what really are handheld computers, and Apple has set a new bar on that.
Did you buy one?
I did buy one, actually.
Okay.
Yep.
Just wanted to know. You said you were. I just wondered whether you'd taken the
plunge. This one,
plunge.
which is the loaner from Apple, is going back in the next few days, and I'll activate mine, assuming AT&T can handle that. They have some problems.
Yes, get that done.
Yeah.
Thanks, Walt.
Thanks, Walt.
Take care, guys.
Walt Mossberg, you can read his column that we were just talking about, with some of the accessory reviews on the front page of the Marketplace section of today's Wall Street Journal. When we come back, art theft